Todd, how you doing? This is Ashley. This is the video that Gary spoke to you about. I'm really excited to make this video for you. I found a lot of good information that I'm happy to share with you. So I'll keep this video short, sweet, to the point. I don't want to waste either of our time. So when you are finished watching this, reach out and we can talk from there. So the three things that I'm really going to hone in on and go over in this video are backlinks, content, and keywords. And I'll break each of those down, show you and tell you why those three things are so very important when it comes to having a business. So to start, I'm going to start with your current website. Now, when it comes to having a website, it's all about how user-friendly it is, how easy it is to navigate that site, and to be able to cater to different types of people coming to your website for whatever reason. Now, what I mean when I say that is when somebody comes to your site, they don't want to have to scroll and read and dig and click just to figure out what services you offer, what areas you offer those services in, and how they can get a hold of you for those services. So what we like to do in every single one of our websites is we like to have all that information right from the beginning of the site. That way, all that information is readily available. So taking a look at your site, I see you have a phone number right from the start, which is good, but it isn't a click-to-call phone number, which I would definitely recommend doing. Having a click-to-call phone number is great for client conversions. So when someone is coming to your site, they don't want to have to memorize a phone number. Life is hard enough, having to memorize something, it just makes something even more difficult than it has to be. Simply making it a click-to-call phone number, it makes your site that much better, and it makes it that much more user-friendly. So I would definitely recommend doing that. Another thing I would recommend implementing is a form submission option. You guys don't have any form submission options, so you're missing out on all the business that comes from form submissions. Form submissions are also a great way for catering to different types of people. Phone number people, they want to call, talk on the phone, and that's it. Form submission people, they might be at work. They might not want to talk on the phone, whatever the case may be. So we need to make sure, again, that we have multiple ways for people to get a hold of you for the services you're offering. Something else that I would recommend is you have your services tab, which is great, but it's just not very user-friendly. Having a user-friendly website is key. And having this be user-friendly would be by dropping down into a menu of all the different services that you're willing to offer. Another thing that you could do is have a service areas tab that drops down into all the different areas that you're willing to travel to. That just makes your website that much better. Now, a few things that I notice with your website is first red flag is your site is not secure. This comes up as a huge red flag. A lot of people aren't even able to access your site because it's not secure. That is the first thing that you would get done when having a website. I'm not sure if you're working with a company now, but either way, that is the first thing that should be taken care of. Another thing is you have some pictures on here, some words on here, some font on here that just isn't very user-friendly. That's hard to read. That's definitely an issue. We want to make sure that our websites are completely legible, they're completely user-friendly for everybody. Another thing is you're not ADA compliant. Being ADA compliant prevents you from being sued. So as of right now, you could be sued for not being ADA compliant, and that is something that we provide in our services. And that just caters to people who have ADHD, who are blind, who are deaf, so on and so forth. And it's very important to cater to those types of people. And again, as of right now, you are not. So moving on down to content. Content is considered king in the eyes of Google, and that is because Google can only read. So the more content you have, the better. Now, looking at the content that you guys have on your homepage, you guys have a little bit, which is definitely a start, but it's not enough to be considered an authority in the eyes of Google. So we need to get you some more content on here. Now, if your competitor has, let's say, 2,000 words of content, you're considered an authority, but now you need to go get more than what they have in order to beat them out. So speaking of your competitor, I did a general search, and these guys are one of your competitors. Now, I say one of your competitors because you have multiple different competitors across Google, and this video would be hours long if I took the time to show you each and every one of them. So again, this video is just to give you an idea of what is out there. give you an idea of what competitors are out there, how much business you could be getting on top of what you're already getting, and so on and so forth, and just breaking it all down. So to show you this competitor of yours, these are what they look like. Nothing crazy, but they are outranking you guys. They have their contact form, they have their click-to-call phone number, they have their services and drop-down menus, and then they have more content than what you guys currently have. So these guys are currently outranking you for many different reasons. So once we go and we do what we need to do, as far as your site goes, we'll be beating these guys out, and I'm not worried about it. So coming over here, it's a paid resource I pay monthly for. It shows me the stats of your site, your competitor's site, anybody's site that I look up. As of right now, you have a UR of a 0.4. This number goes all the way up to a 100, and your number is not even at a 1, which tells me Google does not look at your site as as trustworthy, as legit. And that could be for many different reasons, and definitely not having enough content is one of them. You have no backlinks, so you're not getting any power to your site, which is definitely an issue. And because of all this, you're getting no business from your website at all. So that means nobody is going to your site. You're getting no business from your website, which basically means your website is useless as of right now, because your website is supposed to bring you business and it's not doing that. So if we take a look at your competitor, we can see they have a UR of a 10, a DR of a 5, but look at the traffic that they're getting. They're getting over 100 people to their website every single month. This is a per month number. Keep in mind, this is just one of your competitors. Again, if I were to show you all your other competitors, this video would be hours long, but this would be hundreds of traffic that you're missing out on. So if we take a look at where they're getting their business from, we can see that Boca Raton landscaping is a big keyword. Landscaping, Boca Raton, Florida, 20 people are searching that. Fence and hedge combination, 60 people are searching that. But yeah, you see what you're currently getting, so you only can go up from here. Now, in order to take your business to that next level, it takes having you wanting your business to go to the next level in order to do so, because we handle the rest. So taking a look over here in Google, I'm just going to break down Google for you real quick. So Google's broken down into 3 different sections. There's the Google Guaranteed section, which is the first section of Google. There is the Google My Business section, which is the second part. And then there's the organic section. Now, each one of these sections are a very important section to want to be in, because remember how I said earlier, some people come to your site to talk on the phone, some people come to message. That's the same thing with Google. Some people come to Google and they strictly go to the Google Guaranteed section. Other people strictly go to the organic section. Whatever the case may be, we need to make sure that we have you in each of those spots. That way you have the highest probability to be chosen. Now, in order to get in this section here, it requires having first a Google My Business listing. Once you do that, we want to make sure that that listing is professionally and properly filled out. Once you do that, a few tips that I could give you that would help get you ranked in this area, besides, hiring a company like myself, would be having citations. A citation is your business name, address, and phone number listed across the web in different directories like Yelp, Angie's List, BBB, so on and so forth. Those are some tips that I could give you to get ranked in this area here. Now, this last section of Google is really important, again, as it deals directly with your website. Now, as I scroll through on this first page, we don't see your website at all. So now you're missing out on all the business that comes to this first page of Google. Nobody's going to the second, third page of Google. If you're not on this first page of Google, it's a problem. So we need to get you here. Now, in order to get ranked in this area, as I said, we want the most relevant backlinks. Remember how I was talking about backlinks earlier? Well, you have no backlinks, so that is why you're not being found in this organic section here. So that's all I have for you as of right now. Again, you see what you're getting versus what you could be getting just based on one of your competitors alone. The traffic is there. The potential is there. It just takes you being ready to take your business to the next level. So I hope to hear from you. I'm excited to hear from you, and I hope you have a great one. Bye.